What's up, NASCAR Heat 2 fans? David Land here, and welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 2 Career Mode. Today, we are having a couple fun races before we head to the championship decider at Homestead, because we managed to lock ourselves into the final round at Martinsville in a 50% race. So we've got two 25% races today in this video, and the first one, of course, as you can see, is at the Texas Motor Speedway. This should be a pretty crazy race. This track has always been crazy, not only in NASCAR Heat 2, but also in NASCAR Heat Evolution. I'm expecting nothing less today. So let's get qualified. So despite the newly reconfigured turns 1 and 2, I was pretty easy flat out. And we'll take 23rd. Not an amazing qualifying session, but we at least kind of get out of the riffraff in the back of the pack for the start of the race. Also with an odd-numbered starting position, we should be starting on the inside. So that's a good thing. We won't have to fight around the outside, or maybe the outside lane is the way to go. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh yes, I love me some night racing in the trucks. Not really, we always have night races. I actually like day races. But we are racing at Texas. So we've got a lot of people mad at us, as you guys are well aware after the Martinsville race. Pretty much the entire field hates me because we did a lot of beating and banging, and that was no bueno. In fact, I'm pretty sure Todd Gilliland and Travis Quaffle are both two of those drivers who are not too keen about David Land at the moment. So we've got to be very careful around Todd Gilliland at least. And I think we may have gotten into him already, so that may have aggravated him a little bit. We'll see. As we're well over 175 miles an hour going off into turns 1 and 2, and there you go. Yep, bye-bye. Oh no. Joe Nemechek gets into me. We got the strict yellows on. How has there not been a yellow yet?
The yellow's out.
There we go. Well, Gilliland, yeah, Gilliland just completely tried to kill me at Texas Motor Speedway. Okay, so we're going to be at the back anyway, so might as well pit, go for 4 in fuel, just because of the fact that, you know, what's the difference of a couple of positions going back to racing, especially because we're going to be on the outside, and hopefully we'll be around, like I said, some of the riffraff. So yeah, Gilliland, yeah. And that wreck probably didn't endear me to a lot of the people who got caught up in it as well. Probably Joe Nemechek, probably not too happy with me as well.
Stay right there.
I'm going to work in it here underneath Jennifer Joe and Todd Peck, maybe.
Still there.
So I'm going to lift off, work to the outside here in 3 and 4. This is the unmolested turns 3 and 4 at Texas Motor Speedway, where they kept it the same as it used to be. As we get into the back of Spencer Boyd, that's not going to make Spencer Boyd very happy. I can assure you. Oh, and he loses it. And we get, oh my God. Wow. No, that ended the stage. That was quick. Wow. That truck is killed. And so is Spencer Boyd's. Well, we'll get into the pits and repair it again. That was a terrible stage. I'm not taking the advice of the people in the comments who said, you should probably take it easy in these next couple races.
Stay sharp. Green coming.
Yeah,
throw the green.
About that. Let's try to do this a little bit better this time and not get killed in the trioval.
Stay high. Easy. Hold your line.
But probably Spencer Boyd's not too happy. And also we brought out 2 of our own cautions, which is also not a good thing. So 11 laps of fuel, we'll get right to the end of the stage, and that'll be just about it, as we got into Spencer Boyd once again. That's probably going to make Spencer Boyd even more fuming than he already is.
Still there.
And we'll work extremely to the outside here in 3 and 4. Try to make something happen up here. There you go, 3 wide around the outside of Jennifer Joe. Wow, I would not have tried that in NASCAR Heat Evolution. You can actually trust the AI in the tri-ovals. As I got into the back of Clay Greenfield just a little bit, he almost lost it.
Stay on the top. Hold your line.
Does not take a lot to turn somebody around here at Texas, as we're going to bump draft with Clay Greenfield. And apparently the AI get mad at bump drafting as well, so that's not going to help. Brian Duzat is another truck who doesn't like me. I think I'm actually hated by him as well. Go ahead and drive up the track at me. Go ahead and drive up the track at me, Duzat. Go ahead. Oh man, we are trying to make contact. Oh, there he goes. And Duzat wrecked me. That's good. Wow. Okay. Back into the pits we go. 4 tires, repairs, and fuel. Well, I know what I can tell you this is going to happen. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. At the end of the stage, I'm definitely staying out when everybody pits, just to avoid the nonsense. Here we go. Back to green, and Brian Duzat is out in front of me. And that is not a good thing, considering he decided to kill me in the tri-oval. Everybody's tried to kill me in the tri-oval. Is my truck repaired? It seems very slow. Well, I'm going to use Matt Crafton as a bit of a shield here from Brian Duzat. Maybe, if I can get going fast enough to get around Matt Crafton. Well, there we go, we got into Crafton. Duzat tried to crash me, but he was unsuccessful in that endeavor. Yeah, Homestead's going to be a shambles, I can tell you that. Maybe the next race I should just completely try to be as cautious as possible as we get into the back of Matt Mills here. And Mills not driving very fast, so that makes things a bit difficult. So we're going to try to work around the outside of Matt Mills we go. I think that's a better place to go. Clay Greenfield. Whoa, as Crafton decided to stick his nose in there. Thankfully, he didn't wreck me. I think Crafton and I are still fairly cool. Somehow. The spotter's pleased with the lap I just put down. As Crafton's trying to work around the outside. Well, now that this field is spread out a little bit, we're really getting some momentum going here. Spencer Boyd, he's not going to be happy. You can tell. I can tell you that at the moment. Well, we worked to the inside of both him and Corbin Forrester. Forrester, of course, one of the only truck drivers that I don't have beef with at the moment. And underneath Stuart Friesen, did we get him by the line? I'm not even entirely sure. No, we didn't. Oh, that's annoying. Wow, these stages are short. Okay, so everybody's going to have to pit again, because your fuel tank only holds 11 laps of fuel, so we made the correct decision by staying out. And we'll take the lead from Matt Crafton. And Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell. So, hey, you know what? We can take an automatic bid away from a driver just by stealing a win here. Let's see if we can do that as we get back to racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. And we're only halfway through the race. We'll try to get the, there we go, the scoreboard up for you guys so you can see where the chasers are. And speaking of chasers, Chase Briscoe trying to chase his way. Oh yeah, he hates me too. I forgot. Well, he's going to give me a bump draft down the back straightaway. I was wondering why he was flying up there. That's because Chase Briscoe hates me, but guess what, Chase Briscoe? You shoved me down the straightaway, and all that did. Well, this is not going to go well. He's trying to wreck me for the lead. And we're just going to get into the back of him and continue this rivalry. Wow, Briscoe just completely got the, that was kind of like the rubber banding in NASCAR Heat Evolution, where he just flew up, and he is gone right now. So we'll see if we can chase back in behind Chase here. Yeah, we're getting a decent run down through the tri-oval here. Briscoe is just pulling me away from the rest of the field, which is kind of neat. And we are pretty much flat out. I think Briscoe's lifting in the middle of the corners. Well, we're getting a little bit of push off turn 2. But we hang in there, still flat out. Get a nice run off into turns 3 and 4, right down next to the white line. On the throttle. Man, Briscoe is just gapping the field right now. And that is not going to help matters. Why did I hit the wall there? I was trying to check how much fuel I had left. I smacked the wall. Thankfully, I know John Hunter Nemechek is not an enemy of mine. But I can tell you that Myatt Snyder, who I think is the car behind me, is. or truck behind me.
Still
That
there.
is not good. I'm just going to let him by. Bye-bye. Oh,
underneath.
Christopher Bell also hates me. Go around. We'll get in front of Cindric, much to his chagrin. And then we hit Christopher Bell. That's not going to make Christopher Bell very happy, as he's almost about to lose it. Coming out of turn 2. Well, we were going to have to pit in about 4 laps here. So that will mercifully get us out of this kind of very tenuous situation, as we're actually pushing Christopher Bell around Myatt Snyder. Move him up a position. We might actually get to the inside of Snyder. Let's see. Nope, Snyder's not going to let me have that. Bye-bye.
Clear high.
I tried to save it for Matt Snyder. Didn't happen.
The yellow's out.
And we got a yellow. Well, that's interesting. Everybody's going to stay out except for me and Matt Crafton. So I'll be pitting. I'll take that opportunity. I'm going to loosen the truck up just a little bit. Feel like we need a little bit of loose truck action going on here. Don't know if they're going to be able to make it now to the end of the race.
Almost ready.
That may have been me eliminated from contention of winning this one. So we get back to racing once again here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Pit to go. Pit to go.
10 laps. No, they should have to pit. I don't know.
Stay right there.
So it's very, very advantageous that the race stays green. Well, then again, if it goes yellow, they might pit anyway. I don't know how this is going to work. As we get into the back of Crafton, move him up the hill a little bit, going down into turn 3.
Hold your line.
Crafton trying to work to the outside, but nothing doing.
Hold
Getting
your
into the
line.
back of Clay Greenfield's probably not the best idea in the entire world.
All right.
There goes Crafton, trying to look to the outside. Brian Duzat.
Carlo.
I know he's upset with me. This Crafton goes to the inside. Come on, clear. We got to clear Duzat, otherwise that's going to happen. That's wonderful. Wonderful situation there. Okay, so we're going to have to try Duzat again. He damaged the truck just a little bit, but not enough, hopefully, to hinder my racing abilities. Also, we've got to pass Crafton, because if this comes down to fuel mileage, which I think it will, Crafton is the truck we're racing. So we work in the center of the groove there.
Car inside.
We've got to be crafty getting around Duzat as we sneak all the way down to the end. Go ahead and come down this. Go ahead and come down this far,
All
Duzat.
right. Clear high.
Yeah, you try that. Now behind Corbin Forrester, who we're cool with. Oh, well that. Oh no. Well, that was a little bit of a bump. It's not what we want to be doing. Sorry, Corbin.
Hold your
I'll
line.
buy you a burger after the race. Can we rectify this situation?
Stay on the top. Easy.
Okay.
Hold your line.
Almost 3 wide. Yeah, now we're making it 3 wide between Peck and Crafton.
Clear low.
Wendell Chavis was on the apron working into turn 3. Not sure where he expected to go with that run, but he tried it. So we almost get down into the grass
Still there.
underneath Stuart Friesen. So we've got 6 laps to go in the race. Still no sign of anybody peeling off into the pits.
Clear high.
If they're going to do it, it's going to be near the end of the race. Spencer Boyd, almost contact there. Well, in fact, he almost ran into Wendell Chavis. So Spencer Boyd was not having a good time right there. And here we go. Pit stops are beginning. Just as I predicted, we're going to move up quite a ways in the field, all the way up to 4th place.
Only 5 laps left.
And you heard it, 5 laps remaining in the race. Crafton is now chasing us down for what will probably end up being the victory. We're going to try to get in behind Travis Quaffle here. Can't quite get around him yet, but I suspect Quaffle will be coming into the pits this time around.
Headed to the pit.
As Noah Gragson pits, Quaffle staying out. So we're going to have to battle with Quaffle for the lead. Can we get it here at Texas Motor Speedway with 4 laps remaining in the motor race? working in turns 1 and 2.
Stay right
Just a
there.
little bit of a tap to the bumper of Quaffle. We need to get around these lap trucks as quickly as possible, which we do, because you don't want to be messing around with trucks that may hate you or lappers as we work around the outside. Travis Quaffle take the lead just as he pulls off into the pits, but Matt Crafton's here behind us, so it is a battle between us and Matt Crafton for the victory. Who's going to take it? Crafton making a big bid in behind. He's got a lot of momentum. He's got a lot of speed down the straightaway as we work around the outside of Noah Gregson, put him a lap down. And it's just me and Crafton on the lead lap. The two of us have the right strategy. Crafton qualified on the pole. Crafton may be the fastest truck here. We may be the smartest truck here. Who's going to get the job done as we're coming up to 3 laps remaining here at Texas Motor Speedway. Or 2 laps to go, excuse me. I went back in time there for a second. Crafton looking to the inside. He's not quite there yet. John Hunter Nemechek is closing in as well. He's trying to unlap himself. Would there be some sort of issue, problem in the next half a lap here that would necessitate a green-white checker? As Crafton's now looking to the outside, changing his lane, and that did not work. Crafton gets shot to the outside of the track. He got a big push there, maybe trying to get a run. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. In the rearview mirror, 1 to go. Oh, there's the run. Here comes Crafton looking to the outside. He knows I'm going to protect the bottom, and he's not there. He's probably going to get one more run down the back straightaway here. We got to protect the bottom. I think that's the only place he's really going to be able to pass. As Crafton's looking to the outside, we're going to block him up to the top. Now work to the bottom, and John Hunter Nemechek's going to come in and affect this finish because he's going underneath Matt Crafton and affected Crafton's ability to get a run. We'll take victory at Texas and continue to make everybody absolutely hate us in NASCAR. So we take victory at Texas, being one of 2 trucks on the lead lap. Everybody else is 1 lap down. And now we get to see what the damage is from our argy-bargy run into a lot of people. That's probably not going to be a good thing. Obviously, we're locked into the next round. Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, and Ben Rhodes are the guys in. Infinger finished last, which did not help his chances of getting into the Final 4. And here's the celebration at Texas Motor Speedway in Sunoco Victory Lane. Yeah, the 99 truck with another victory. Not as many as we've had in the Xfinity Series, but hey, I'll take any win I can get. Oh, Ben Rhodes is back to give me another message. I wonder if he's still angry at me.
Wow, that was so close. I just want to congratulate you on the amazing win.
I'm getting mixed messages here. I've got another message from Ben Rhodes.
Hey, you've been doing really well out there. Keep it up.
Okay, well, that's an interesting tonal shift. He went from completely trashing me in the last video to being nice. So we're moving on to Phoenix next for the Luke Saul 150. But first thing we need to take a look at is how bad this is. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10 people don't like me. And lots of people are on the edge of not liking me. Let's see where Mr. Well, Truex likes me again. That's good. Hunter Nemechek still likes me. Todd Peck likes me for some reason. But Corbin Forrester now doesn't like me. In fact, Ben Rhodes is neutral. I hadn't even realized that he's neutral. Well, I want him in the next round of the chase. So, Phoenix, we're going to find out how the Final 4 manages to stack up. Here we go. So with a solid third of the field going to be trying to wreck me at every turn, let's run on a 1-mile oval and see how this ends up turning out. I predict it's not going to go too well. So out of turn 4 at Phoenix, where are we going to be in the order? 19th, mid-pack. And Todd Gilliland is starting right next to us. Fantastic. Probably going to get wrecked on lap 1. Just you watch. All right, here we go. Racing in the apocalypse conditions at Phoenix. And J.J. Yeley just ahead of us. J.J. Yeley's another truck who does not like us very much. So let's try not to make too many enemies here on lap 1.
Hold your
Work
line.
around the bottom. Actually behind the mess with Texas duo there of Austin Wayne Self and J.J. Yaley.
Stay on the bottom. Hold your line.
We're working underneath Travis Quaffle. Oh, it's Myatt Snyder as well.
Car up
We
top.
work on the apron, get into Snyder. This is a rivalry is going to continue clearly.
Hold the bottom. Hold your line.
We did get around Snyder, but Snyder's working back around the outside.
Car high. Top is clear.
Whoops, that's an interesting way to enter the corner.
Car low.
Very interesting. And J.J. Yaley, he's upset. We just doored him for no reason.
Clear low.
Because
Car
clearly
inside.
I just want to start fights right before we go to Homestead. And behind Ross Chastain, give Chastain a little bit of a shot. He's going a little bit slow in the
Stay
corner.
right there.
Get moving, Ross. We got to get going here. Oh, God,
Stay on
Snyder.
the top. Keep it right there.
Deciding to put me up
Car
in the wall.
underneath.
At least he's being less aggressive than he was at Texas. For whatever reason, he decided, hey, you know what, I'm going to kill this guy at Texas. So I'll just kind of put him gently up into the wall here at Phoenix. Snyder is not being very logical in his wrecking pattern. Or maybe he is being logical. You know, there's no possible way to kill me here at Phoenix. There certainly was at Texas, so maybe he was just trying to finish the job. Of course, I think
Stay
Snyder
high,
ended up
car
getting
there.
into the wall much heavier. Oh, boy.
Car inside.
Well, I just
Car
wrecked
inside.
TJ Bell. Sorry. In fact, now that I think about it, should I pit? No, I'm not gonna pit. We're gonna keep going. I just realized it was silent for some reason for like 5 seconds there. I'm so sorry. You guys got to hear the amazing engine sounds of NASCAR E2 for a few seconds. As we're coming up behind Austin Cindric, and guess what that's going to mean? Not good things, I can tell you that. At the very least, he's out of the chase, so he's not really a threat anymore, outside of the fact that he's going to be trying to kill me when we get to Homestead, unless we can somehow mend the bridge in this race, which I don't think we'll be able to, but somehow, some way, we are working around the outside at Phoenix.
Hold your line.
Okie dokie. And there's Regan Smith, another guy who doesn't like me, and
Clear all
he
around.
continues to keep that streak alive as we work way all the way up to the outside. And Smith is still there. Go ahead and try to put me in the wall here. Go ahead. Trying to stay as far away from Regan Smith as possible. I'm giving him a lot of space. So much space. Truex is leading the race. So we've got a Shiggy truck in the lead. That is a good thing. As Christopher Bell is trying to work his way up through as we got 1 lap to go on the stage. We're going to put the truck in the wall right before the end of the stage because screw it, why not? And behind Christopher Bell we go. Sneaking down underneath the yellow line on that cheater line. Cheater line for life. And down underneath Infinger, who's desperately got a probably win to get in. So we got into Crafton just a little bit there, and we're going to come to the line. Infinger will get us by the line. We'll be 7th in the first stage as Christopher Bell's trying to wreck my AI car. The AI car did nothing to you. He did nothing to you. He did nothing wrong. Should I pit? Should I pit? Should I pit? You know what? I'm going to take a little bit of a strategy call here. We're going to pit. Prepare the truck. And stay out on that next run. Let's see.
Nice
See what we got here.
Going green.
Fuel-wise, 17 laps. We should be able to make it to the end, but nobody else should be able to either. Unless caution laps
Car underneath.
work out a very certain way. We'll see how it goes. Again, I don't have to win this race. But I really kind of do need a top 5 because of
Stay
the
right there.
sponsorship, contract requirements, and all that good nonsense. So somehow the truck is able to work in the outside lane even though I just smacked the wall. And I'm not sure how it's able to do that. Must be the fresh tires. Or at least let's call it the fresh tires, shall we? As we drive around the outside of a lot of trucks here. But we've got Todd Gilliland just ahead. I'm a little bit afraid of Todd Gilliland.
Hold your line.
He's one of those guys. One of the 10 was unhappy with me. But we get around him, no problemo. So maybe we can start repairing the relationship between him and I. But JJ Yaley up here, we've already been into once. In fact, I think I should choose the bottom lane because Cindric, Smith, and Snyder are all up in that top lane. Yaley was up there. He's moved to the bottom now.
You're all clear.
And I'm going to take my chances with Yaley rather than trying to race Myatt Snyder and Austin
Car
Cindric
outside.
and Regan Smith. We can get in side by side with Yaley. Please don't wreck me. So we door him a little bit. Fairly clean at the moment.
Car outside.
As we get up, move Regan Smith a little bit. That's not going to make him happy. And then we we made contact with Yaley again. So we're not doing ourselves any favors. I can tell you that.
You're
We
all
work to
clear.
the outside. TJ Bell somehow back up to 14th after, or 13th now after me absolutely dumping him earlier in the stage.
Steady.
So maybe he won't hate me quite as much, but Stuart Friesen probably is going to start hating me as I bounce off the back of him. It caused some issues and problemos as we get into Todd Young, or Tyler Young for absolutely no reason as well. And more contact.
Hold the top.
Let's get
Still
around
there.
Bell. We need to get around Bell. I don't know what he's capable of, but I doubt it's anything particularly good. As Quaffle kind of slow there. We're going to try to sneak in around the outside of these guys, but it's not happening. Friesen back to the inside.
Carlo.
Boink off of him just a little bit. Somehow there were sparks, but I don't even know if we actually made contact. Around the outside, around the outside. So we're going to be coming up with 11 laps of fuel remaining in the
Hold
truck.
on. Stay right there.
3 laps to go in the stage, so we should be at 9 laps
Low.
on
Low.
fuel once we get around. Shouldn't be enough to make it to the end. And I think everybody else is going to need to pit as well.
Steady.
What we can do is do fuel only, 2 tires on this next stop under the caution. I think that will be all right. As we're crossing the line now, 2 to go on stage. Would be nice to get up here into some stage points though. Truex is continuing to lead. So theoretically in this round, we could have a Truex, or not Truex, but a Shiggy Hattori sweep of all the truck races. And not a single one going to a chaser other than me. That would be kind of cool. But we're still a long way from that. As we are working
All right. We're halfway.
1 lap to remain in this stage. We're going to try to catch Cody Coughlin here. Seems like the trucks up here have managed to pick up some pace. Maybe that I'm running heavier on fuel, not sure what's going on here. But we're going to work to the outside of Coughlin for a completely irrelevant 11th place finish in this stage, which isn't going to mean anything, of course, because there are no stage points for this position.
Yellow's out.
And Coughlin almost tried to wreck me there. Am I mad? Oh yeah, Coughlin doesn't like me. That would explain that. He's one of the 10 who doesn't like me. So we're going to have 19 laps remaining in the race. Fuel only gets you... Well, we're going to pit anyway since everybody is pitting. No repairs, 2 tires, 2 cans of fuel. There we go. How far are we going to drop? We're the leader. Okay. That's interesting. Well, we may sweep around. We've got Ryan Truex on the outside. And we are racing at Phoenix. 16 laps remaining in the race, so fuel is no longer a concern. And hopefully Truex can work around the outside so we can get a Shiggy 1-2. Not happening yet. Crafton coming up behind. This is a repeat of Texas. As we work our truck through 3 and 4. And onto the main straightaway we go. Crafton has cleared Truex as well. Chase Briscoe has. Now Truex moves back into 3rd. Come on, Truex, don't choke a 2nd place away. You can get that. What I should have done is probably slow up the bottom lane, give Truex the lead, and then pass him back. Oh well. We'll just have to deal with our decisions taking a win away from our teammate, or a second place away from our teammate, I would not have let him win. I'm using Formula One tactics, and we've got to
Hitting your mark.
be
Great lap.
mean to the teammate, or not mean, but just fairly indifferent to the teammate. We've got to crush him, but we've got to do it in a way that doesn't make him want to crush us. Ryan Truex is the Valtteri Bottas to my Lewis Hamilton in the Truck Series, if that makes any sense. Somehow I don't think Shiggy Hattori's trucks are quite Mercedes level, though. It's kind of more like driving for like Haas or McLaren. Not McLaren. You gotta actually have a race. Okay, so how about Force India? Shiggy's trucks are like Force India. They have race winning pace, but they don't really ever win. They could win if all the circumstances actually went right, but a lot of the times they don't. And you also need a lot of the top running trucks to crash out of the race for you to actually get a win in a Shiggy truck or a Force India car. As we got 12 laps to go, and this episode of the F1 Red Pill is brought to you by Smithfield. By the way, we're going to have a special paint scheme for Homestead. It's going to be, I think your guys are going to like it. Especially considering not only recent events, but also the fact that, recent events and the fact that so many people hate us. The paint scheme is going to be very reminiscent of that. And I think we're also going to do a 50% race for to cap off the Truck Series before we move up to Xfinity. Don't know what my Xfinity team yet is as of recording this video. I'm thinking about the team I want to take. I've got an idea.
10 laps to go.
And you guys know which cars I have access to. So you guys can certainly guess in the comments what team I'm going to go with. But, yeah. I'm not going to reveal that information just yet. Because I still don't know it for sure. As we slide into turn 3, we're absolutely blitzing the field at the moment. It ain't even close right now. As we are coming up to 9 laps to go, so just under 10 to go. I didn't even brake for the corner that time. I just lifted early and often going into the corner, and then just picked up the throttle around the center, and away I went. I am dragging the brake just a little bit in 3 and 4. And back to the throttle we go, working underneath the yellow line, and back out onto the straightaway. Truex is back to 5th, which is cool. Now he's up to 4th, so Truex starting to work his way back up through the field. He's still got a second to go to get to Matt Crafton, unfortunately. Don't think he'll quite get there. We could get John Hunter Nemechek. So it could be 2 Shiggy trucks on the podium, even though Truex has choked away a second. Or second place, I should say. Whoops. And speaking of choking, that's the wall. 7 to go. Or 7 miles. Seeing as Phoenix is a 1-mile oval. Fun fact. You know what, let's do something different. Let's do this in the cockpit view. Just for fun. Wow, this is a different perspective. This is the first time I think I've recorded a video in the cockpit view. I have actually driven this with a wheel. It's okay with a wheel. It's not amazing. I may have to do like an advanced video where I show off, like film myself driving with the wheel in this game. I don't know. If you'd like to see that, comment down below. As we work down into 3 and 4, sliding the truck just a little bit. Still got an analog dash in the trucks, which is interesting. The Cup cars obviously have a digital dash, and then the Xfinity cars, I don't remember if they do or not. I honestly don't remember. It's not a bad cockpit view, I will say that. And you can turn your head just a little bit. So they do have that stick mapped that you can turn your head. You can just do it in the cockpit, as you can see. We're working down the straightaway and just a little bit of movement. That's actually probably a realistic range of movement, considering all the safety apparatus you actually have in your basic stock car. But yeah, that's all you get. If you look to the apex, that's weird that that pole is just sitting in the middle of the truck. I assume that has some safety purpose. But it's just weird, like it looks like a piece of PVC pipe just sitting there in the middle of the truck. So we're working 3 laps to go here. Whoop, don't spin it, don't spin it, don't spin it. We've lost a second to John Hunter Nemechek, who's moved up in second, but I don't think he's going to close in 2 seconds in 2 laps. I think that's a little bit of a tall task for Mr. Nemechek. So we work down through 3 and 4 once again. We should be taking a white flag presented by Credit One Bank.
2 to go.
Or 2 laps to go, excuse me. Maybe John Hunter Nemechek will close in. Who knows? It's all up for grabs here at Phoenix International Raceway. Or should I say ISM Raceway? It's ISM Raceway, David. Don't you know that? Did you know it's ISM Raceway now? You know, it's ISM Raceway. It's ISM. No, it's not. It's Phoenix.
Okay,
It's always
last
going to be
time around.
Phoenix. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. They can call it whatever they want. But it's Phoenix. It's Phoenix. I'm driving a Phoenix in a truck. And I'm about to win the race as well, which is kind of cool. And that's going to be, as we come out of turn number 4, a sweep. Sweeping around, going into Homestead. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. So we take victory. Truex took both the stages, but stages don't really matter when you're not in the chase anymore. So, yeah, well, at least he took those points away. So, oh, Todd Gilliland, rip Todd Gilliland. All right, let's take a look at the moolah we got from winning the Lucas Oil 150. Wow, it's like $30,000 less than winning at Texas. That's annoying. But we've got almost $2 million in the bank now, so that's pretty cool. And the points. Oh, no, Ben Rhodes got knocked out. Oh, that's a shame. Well, we will lead going into Homestead with 15 playoff points, which completely doesn't matter anymore, seeing as it's a win and you're in situation at Homestead. Bell, Briscoe, and Gregson are the final 4 along with me. Rhodes and Infinger out of the championship. So let's head back and see how much trash talk everybody has for me. But first, we must celebrate our second victory of this video. 2 videos in a row. This might be the, or 2 races in a row in the same video. This may be a first in the truck series. I can't remember winning 2 in the same video. So it's a first for this career mode. Wow, we're advancing to the championship round, as that video very clearly stated. Now it's time for trash talk. Or maybe it's Guidance Counselor Brad. That's it. This is it. You're in a championship round truck driver. Hashtag you're awesome. Says the Christopher Bell, who also hates me, which is interesting. Whenever a driver has 15 wins in NASCAR, we make a statue of them in your honor. JK, JK. But that would be cool, right? Hashtag life goals. So, even though I've messed with Texas, Austin Wayne Self, thanks, is happy for my accomplishment. And, hey, no trash talk. Very nice. Nobody wants to talk trash going in to Homestead. The EcoBoost 200. We're going to run half of that. That's right. 100 laps at Homestead Miami Speedway, a 50% race to settle the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Championship. Hope to see you there. This has been David Land on YouTube. We will see you at Homestead.